Now finally, is this the real reason why Meghan Markle is so, shall we say, reticent to show off Harry's children? Yes, it seems odd, doesn't it, when you think about it, because, well, recently there's been a bit of a spate of those pictures on her Instagram account, her return to social media. But of course, as we all know, that was to try and flog something. More importantly, of course, wine and jam. But apparently there's a bigger issue behind that particular scene. As ever, let me explain. Morning, chums. Good to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for joining me. You all right? I'm not so bad, thank you. And as ever, thank you for supporting so many of the videos here on the channel. We'll have a lovely wave. By the way, I'm glad you enjoyed my Yorkshire Day video. Very kind of your comments, truly. And it doesn't matter where you are. You know, I know I say this often, but truly, be proud of where you come from. Everybody has, you know, bits they don't like or whatever. But somebody asked me actually yesterday, they said, Neil, is it true that Yorkshire folk are really tight? And I thought about this, you know what it's like. You sat on the tube and I thought, well, hang on a minute, you know, because I've always been told also, and I've got this direct from a Scottish friend, that Scottish people are known as being tight. And by tight, I mean tight with money. What I prefer to say, and I think a lot of my Scottish friends would say the same thing, I think we're a bit more cautious. Yes, I think down south, I've noticed this living here a while now, that the bottom line is they're a lot more, you know, to the wind, whereas we're thinking it's hard to earn the brass, so you don't just give it away, do you? No. And if you've been brought up looking after money and making sure that you've always got a bit for that rainy day, it's very hard to just say, you know what, no, I am just going to splash out on that £2 caramel bar. No, but you know what I mean? It's true, isn't it? You just can't do it. Yes, I know. Well, always good to share. Let's get back, of course, to your royal story of the day. You ever wondered, have you though? I mean, Archie and Lily, they've become like the two mystery kids, haven't they? I've said this before, I think you need Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine to actually find out who they really are. Each video that pops up or picture, seemingly, they're radically changed in hair colour, length, size, arms, feet. Now, you know, I kind of get what they're trying to do. You know, the bottom line is they're basically behind the scenes trying to make these people interesting, you know. And Meghan herself, if you remember, famously said that she didn't want to serve up her children on a platter for the world's media. I think a big slap in the teeth for Queen Elizabeth II, because everybody else had been more than delighted, including her own daughter, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, to stand outside the hospital because the public would like to see their children. But Meghan, oh no, she was doing things differently, which created a lot of suspicion. I mean, let's be honest, a lot of suspicion that even Columbo, Peter Falk, might have a problem trying to work it out. You get the picture. But again, here's where this gets really interesting, because now talking to staff who've literally now, shall we say, left, fired, moved on, whatever you want to call it, right? What's interesting is Meghan always gives her own insight into these rather strange decisions. And as we saw recently, probably one of the most revealing pictures of the daughter, Lily, well, you know, that again, very odd, you know, all the strands of hair across the face. Well, according to that source, the reason why Meghan has decided to do this is to sort of step back away a little bit from this also, is the fact that she doesn't want comparisons. Now, comparisons are obviously Prince Louis, Prince George and Princess Charlotte. Now, she believes that by pitching the children against each other in the world's media, for instance, you know, if a magazine puts Princess Charlotte in one box and Lily in another, then, you know, that's going to be problematic. Well, it would be problematic, wouldn't it, if you think about it? But then on the other side of the coin, who started this whole charade out? If they'd have gone along with it in the first place, or indeed allowed a little bit of access. But even on the very first time that we met, if you recall, of course, Prince Archie at Windsor, even that was like cloak and dagger stuff. So consequently, even the ex-staff member wasn't quite buying it. But the other side of the coin is now, as we're seeing more and more of course, the children, and let's be blunt, we are seeing a lot more of them, only because, of course, Meghan is trying to shill along with all of the wine and the jam and the whatever she's trying to get going. Well, obviously, monetization speaks. And as I told you before, Netflix will be open to the unreveal, as it were, if and when Meghan is ready. But naturally, it comes at a price. So she can't be that shy about sharing the children, can she? Or can she? What do you think? I'd love to know as ever. Let me know in the comments below. And if you can, chums, please like and share. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.